Hi students, today we will learn about the types of curriculum. In our previous classes we have already covered the definition of the curriculum, how to develop the curriculum and the stages of curriculum development, the necessity of curriculum, etc. But today the topic is that the types of curriculum. But when we are just trying to learn the types of curriculum, at first I am just giving you the hints about the definition of curriculum, because it will be very much feasible for you to relate your previous knowledge to this context, for today's context. Okay, so what the curriculum is: it consists the totality of experiences that a pupil receives through the manifold activities that go on in the school, in the classroom, in the library, laboratory, playground, and numerous contacts between teacher and pupils. That means that in a brief we can say that the entire activities which is just performing within our school environment, within our school premises, that's the curriculum. That's our curriculum. Okay. Curriculum is neither so dogmatic and not so rigid, because not so rigid, I am just clarifying the points. Not so rigid means it's not so rigid that according to the student's feasibility, according to the environment, according to the social status, curriculum depends. Now write down the points, the types of curriculum. Just note it down, the types of curriculum. First and foremost type is that overt, O-V-E-R-T, overt, explicit, E-X-P-L-I-C-I-T, explicit, or written curriculum, W-R-I-T-T-E-N, written curriculum. What is overt, explicit, and written curriculum? Just note it down. Overt, first point, first type, overt, explicit, or written curriculum. What is overt, explicit, and written curriculum? Just note it down. Which is written as part of formal instruction of schooling experiences. Which is written as part of formal instruction of our schooling experiences. It may refer to the curriculum documents. It may refer to the texts and supportive teaching materials to support the intentional instructional agenda of a school. I am just trying to clarify the points. Suppose you were the students of B.Ed second semester. Now you were just continuing the lesson, continuing the text of your knowledge and curriculum part 1. What's the implication of it? What's the motto behind it? The main motto is that you must have to learn, you must have to take the knowledge from your knowledge and curriculum, you must have to take the concept from your knowledge and curriculum part 1, and you must have to achieve the certain examination, certain semester end examination. And for attaining your examination, you were just going through the text. That's the implicit, that's the explicit, that's the overt, that's the written curriculum which you are learning. It's the example of written curriculum. Next point, come to the next point. Just note it down. The next point is that societal curriculum. S-O-C-I-E-T-A-L, societal curriculum. What's the societal curriculum is? Societal curriculum is very much informal curriculum, of which the family, peer groups, neighborhoods, church, organizations, occupations, mass media, and other socializing force that educate us, that may educate us, that can educate us. That's the societal curriculum. I am just trying to give an example that in our homely environment, from our family, we just learn how to respect the people, how to respect our teacher, how to respect our parents, how to respect our elders. That's the societal curriculum. That's the part of the societal curriculum. In our society, we just learn how to cope up within a society, how to maintain the etiquettes, manner within a society. That's the societal curriculum. Next, come to the point. Hidden curriculum, which is very much important for you. Hidden curriculum. What the hidden curriculum is? Third point, hidden curriculum. H-I-D-D-E-N, hidden. C-U-R-R-I-C-U-L-U-M, hidden curriculum. What the hidden curriculum is? Hidden curriculum refers to the unwritten, unofficial, and often unintended lessons, values, and perspectives that students learn in the school. I am just repeating this point. Hidden curriculum refers to the unwritten, unofficial, and often unintended lessons, values, and perspectives that students learn in a school. I am just trying to clarify the point. Hidden curriculum also consists of unspoken or implicit academic, social, cultural messages. Hidden curriculum also consists of unspoken, implicit, academic, and social, cultural messages. So, hidden curriculum is that the gist for the hidden curriculum is that hidden curriculum refers to the unwritten, unofficial curriculum, which is learned from our school environment. I am just giving you the example. Suppose disciplines, suppose moralities, suppose ethics, suppose values, etc. We don't have to go through the text what's called discipline, what is values, what is relations, etc. But we must have to learn these things. We can take the concept of values. We able to take the concept of ethics from our teachers, from our school environment. That is very much hidden curriculum. To learn the ethics, to learn the values, we don't need to go through the text, but it's an unofficial document, it's an unofficial concept, it's an unwritten concept which we learn from our school premises. That's the hidden curriculum. Next, come to the point. Null curriculum, NULL, null curriculum. It's also very, very, very important for your examinations. Null curriculum. What is null curriculum? Just write it down. Null curriculum refers to what is not taught but actually should be taught in the school environment. What is not taught but actually should be taught in the school environment according to the needs of the society. That is, null curriculum is, it is very much not related, not included within our syllabuses, within our texts, within our written documents, but we must have to learn it. According to the needs of the society. That's called by null curriculum. I am just giving you the example of null curriculum. Sustainable development. What the sustainable development is? I am just consuming so much of water because I am just paying a huge amount of bill for consuming the heavy water. But it's not the sustainable development. You must have to use water according to the proper needs, according to your proper needs. That's the sustainable development, which we don't learn through our school or institution. But it must be included. What is gender education? What is sex education, etc.? What is life education? These points, these things are not included within our text. But we must have to learn what the value education is, what the life education is, what the sex education, what the gender education is. That's the null curriculum.